at 60 and WCCSradio.com, 12 minutes after 9 o'clock on your Monday morning. And, hey, Josh Widdowson's still sitting over there.
Yes.
I wonder why. Our conversation with Josh this morning brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted Best Personal Injury Law Firm, the Best of Indiana County Contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Teddy Bear Fun Drive Trivia Night is coming up. Mm-hmm. When is it?
It'll be May 10th, so we're less than 2 weeks out.
And you still have room for teams?
Oh, we have plenty of room for teams. It's, we're looking for the best in Indiana County, so we need everybody who wants to give this a shot to register.
Now, how many teams do you typically get for trivia night?
Oh, we've had anywhere from, I'd say, 15 to 20 teams register. That is a lot of teams, and that raises a lot of money for the Teddy Bear Fun Drive.
How many people are on a team?
It can go up to 6. Mm-hmm. We've had some people try for less. I don't think we've ever had anybody try it solo.
No one-man teams?
No one-man teams, although I have seen it at some of the other pub quizzes around Indiana County. Mm-hmm. Nobody, I think, has ever tried to do it solo for the Teddy Bear Fun Drive.
Okay, so the deets, as they say,
I'm sorry, not this Friday, but it is May 10th, Indiana Eagles Lodge. And the doors open at 6, and we get underway at 7. And it is $15 a player in advance if you register before the day of the event. Mm-hmm. If you register day of or come in at the door, it is $20 a player.
Proceeds benefit the Teddy Bear Fun Drive.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing how much the Teddy Bear Fun Drive has always, not just been around, but how much it has helped out IRMC. I mean, think about some of the stuff that they've been able to purchase for child health care using the funds from the Teddy Bear Fun Drive. Yeah. And also probably the countless lives that we've impacted with donations to Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh's Free Care Fund as well.
Just as amazing is the number of events and organizations that have come on board to help raise funds for the Teddy Bear Fun Drive. Mm-hmm. Anything from motorcycle runs done by the Red Knights to there have been
the baseball and softball challenges.
Those are coming up this weekend. The Teddy Bear Fun Drive Baseball Challenge coming up on Saturday. And it's just there seems to be no shortage of people who want to help out. So this is a way for folks to have some fun and help out at the same time.
And for us, it's also a relaxing evening because it's a very social event. It's you're around friends all the time, and it's friendly competition as well.
So tell me about the format. How does that all work?
Well, we have 6 regular rounds of trivia, and this is general knowledge. We're trying to mix it up and vary it up as much as we can. Each question in the round worth a point. We also do what we call the intermission question at the halfway point of the quiz, and that is a question that is, I believe, this year, I'm trying to remember, you have to name all 4 of a certain thing, and you get points for each correct answer that you give.
Give me an example.
Okay, say, for example, now this is not the question we're going to use, but last year we referenced the Golden Girls. Mm-hmm. So you would, and if I was using that format this year, name the 4 stars of the Golden Girls.
Oh, okay.
So you would have to write down B. Arthur, Betty White, Rumor McClanahan, and Estelle Getty. Those would be your answers. 2 points each for all the correct answers, but if you give me all 4 of them, you get a bonus 2 for 10.
All right. There you go.
We also do something that I think is interesting. We call it our stand up and sit down round. Mm-hmm. We'll do something that is either a true or false or a this or that, and people will raise their hands to determine whether the answer is one or the other. If you're right, you stay standing. If you're wrong, you sit down.
Oh, okay.
And last person standing will win a special prize from our prize pool, but they will also get a bonus 5 points for their team.
So Teddy Bear Fun Drive Trivia Night is coming up at the Eagles on May the 10th. If somebody wants to get together a team and enter this, what do they need to do?
Well, you get your team captain and get your team organized, then go to WCCSradio.com or any of the Renda Media websites, and you can register there. Now, the big thing is, if you register now, you don't need to pay now. You will mark you down as, hey, you're there, you registered before the deadline, you would pay your money at the door, and it would still be that $15 per player.
Yeah,
which is really I think a good price because we see a lot of the quizzes, and one of the things that I had said to myself was Those are a lot of money sometimes to go to a lot of them. So we try to scale it back a little bit to make sure everybody can take part.
Folks will want to enjoy a beverage or two, or
Yes, the Eagles will have their bar open for adult beverages. They will be carding, obviously. And the Eagles normally also have a special snack menu as well set up for us. I think they had like chicken planks and French fries and things like that. They were at the ready for the
there you go.
players last year. And we appreciate everything that the Eagles Club does for us because we try to run this as tightly budgeted as possible. The Eagles donate the room for us to use.
Nice.
And we say, hey, in return, if you guys want to make some money, you can definitely open up the bar and the kitchen to us.
You, on that night, of course, will ask a ton of questions.
Yes.
And people will wonder, where'd you get those questions?
Well, I am inspired in many different ways. Some of the questions are kind of questions that we've come to do, the tradition. One of them being what I call the Pittsburgh Tunnel song. It's like you're going into the tunnel and you lose the radio reception, and you have to write out the lyric that you missed while you were in the tunnel. Because you'll hear the song, and then you'll hear static. And then you hear the tail end of the song coming out. Another
Fill that in.
And one other tradition that I like to do is I like to call it pop culture math. Say, for example, take the number of castaways on Gilligan's Island and multiply it by the number of teams that were on Double Dare and give me an answer. So
I assume Double Dare was a show.
A game show, yeah, for kids. The game show for kids. So in that instance, 7 castaways on Gilligan's Island, if I'm right in thinking. Yeah, I got to go through the song now.
Yeah.
Times 2 for the 2 teams on Double Dare, that equals 14.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I mean by pop culture math.
Yeah, I would completely fail that.
Well, that's why you have a team. Because, well, knowing you, I mean, you are pretty well up on presidential trivia, I would imagine. So you're a presidential expert. You get someone on your team that's a pop culture expert, another person that's a sports expert, and you're set almost.
There you go. There you go. That's how you get it done. And I assume teams have pretty creative names for this.
Yes, just some of the ones that I'm remembering off the top of my head. This from the past. We've gone from Team Dilly Dilly, and every time I yelled that, they yelled it right back at me.
Okay.
Because it was the commercial that was being done. We've also had the Trivia Avengers, who always wear comic book T-shirts to the event for the Avengers. And I've had some real tongue twisters over the years too. Going back to my days of hosting pub quizzes in the past, there was one that was called Willie's Real Rear Wheels.
Nice.
And that really got my tongue twisted a couple of times, so I've had to slow down and say it. But the teams always come up with very funny names, and sometimes they use game show reference. Another one that comes to mind, the group of regulars, they're calling themselves this year 4 Days and 5 Nights at Freddy's.
Okay.
Based on a movie that was recently done, and game shows typically giving away a vacation for 4 days and 5 nights, whatever.
Very good. All right. So once more, folks want to sign up for this, they need to do what?
They'll have to go to WCCSradio.com, click on the Teddy Bear Fun Drive Trivia Night banner. That takes them directly to the registration page. We need the team captain, the team captain's email address, how many players, who's playing on the team, and that's essentially it that we'll need. That and some contact information, and you'll be registered, and again, you'll lock in that $15 per player rate.
There you go. Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, Todd, and I hope to see a lot of people out there on May 10th.
May 10th at the Eagles. It is Indiana in the morning, and it's WCC.